Today I am at the brand new James Fischer Memorial YMCA, and I'm going to be going inside and interviewing Gloria Moss, who is the wellness director here. And I can't wait to show you what the new YMCA has to offer, but also to talk to you about Gloria's amazing story. So if that's something that interests you, stay tuned because we're getting after it right now. All right, so Gloria, thank you so much for taking your time to get on camera with me. I know you're a very busy woman here at the new YMCA. And so part of this video is for you. There's a brand new YMCA here in Jasper County called the James Fischer Memorial YMCA. It just opened. And I got a membership here and I absolutely love it. I mean, they've got an incredible fitness center, they've got a swimming pool, they've got classes, they've got all these amazing things going on. But when I came in, I met Gloria and she had such an incredible story, and it really ties into what the YMCA is trying to accomplish here that I just, asked you if you'd be willing to share some of that and also how it ties in with the YMCA. So thank you.
It's a pleasure.
So much. Yep.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You ready to get started?
Yes.
Okay, so question number one, a lot of our viewers, they're in different types of transitions. And some of them are retiring, some are relocating here to the Lowcountry, and maybe some just simply feel like they've lost a little bit of themselves over the years. When somebody walks through these doors for the very first time, what do you think that they're really searching for?
Well, it's a variety of things that I believe that they're searching for. One is because, like you said, people have just moved to the area. They're beginning to come in from different places and they see the building and YMCA. Oh, wow. There it is. Finally, that's what we've been getting. Also, too, they wanted a place where they can come, work out, feel, but when they walk into the building, it's not like your typical YMCA. The ambiance of it, the feel, wanting to be active, and a place for their children. And that is one of the biggest components that me being here, I've heard with the community here. We have a lot of working class families, and we have a lot of retired families here. So those are two of the things, and just wanted to stay active in the community.
Your official job title is Wellness Director, is that correct?
Sports and Wellness Director.
Sports and Wellness Director.
Yes.
Okay. I know, just talking about the different feel when you walk through the door, like when I come in here, they scan my name and obviously it probably pops up on the screen, but they're like, "Hi, David, how are you doing today?" And they like call me by name and they smile at me. Yeah. And when I'm leaving, everybody at the front desk smiles and waves at me, and like that feels different.
Right.
It really does. So a lot of people think that a YMCA is just a gym. Mm-hmm. From your perspective, what do you hope people discover about this place that's much more than just exercise?
My biggest component to walking into Fischer YMCA is that it's not just a gym. When I think of gym, I think of GEM, and that's what I want the future of Fischer to be. It's not about all fitness. Where is our wellness in this? If you walk through the wellness center, which you see the sign on the door, we're geared more towards wellness, having an active and healthy lifestyle.
Okay.
That is my goal for this area in its entirety.
So when you say wellness, what does that mean? Is that like mental, physical, nutritional, like the whole package?
The whole entire package. Fitness for me is like going in the gym, becoming fit. We want a certain look. We want a certain aspect of, we have a wedding to go to, or we want to go to the beach, or we want to get, wellness is wanting to show them how to have longevity of life, not just coming in, working out for a certain amount of time. And then as that time goes by, the event goes by, our body goes by, then our mind goes by, and psychologically, it goes down, and 5-6 years later, we're looking at ourselves in the mirror. What happened?
Right.
We want to educate. What is the philosophy of fitness versus wellness? I sum that up as if you are well, you'll become fit.
So it's a lifetime commitment. It's a whole lifestyle change. And it's like, if you can't do this, whatever you're doing for your fitness, wellness routine, if you can't see yourself doing it for the rest of your life, you're probably doing it wrong.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Make it a lifestyle.
Make it a lifestyle.
Yes.
All right. So you personally have dedicated your life to helping people become healthier, happier, more confident. What put you on that path?
Christ.
Mm-hmm.
This is more of that deeper component to what the YMCA means to me, that people may get a chance to see when they're walking through the door. Our core values here: family, responsibility, respect, and those values. There are things that have happened in my life that weren't so promising coming up as a child. And we talk about for our future and our youth here. And this is that deep component of where I feel like the wellness comes in at, that we're missing. We sit behind the walls and we talk about these different topics and struggles, but it's not on a platform where we line these things up with our core values and strengths. So the biggest thing I think coming up is I didn't have that opportunity to have family.
Yeah.
That family. And one of the values of the YMCA is all about work-life balance. Secondly, it gives a place of safety mentally. Mm-hmm. People come into Fischer. We don't just know your name for me coming up on the screen. We actually know your name when you walk through that door. And that says, I value you. I'm paying attention to what you're doing or what time that is. That begins to engage community and engagement and feeling like, okay, we can get back in the forefront of where we've been so pulled away from when it talks about internet and, the children and families are being torn apart. And I'm saying this in this interview because I want to be real. I don't want to sugarcoat things that people are suffering with behind the scenes, but they don't have the strength to step out and speak on it. Yeah. And it's time. It's overtime. Where's the future of my youth? That's what I have to look at now, and I have a responsibility.
And there's a lot of youth in here. Like when I come in here, they've got swimming programs for little kids. Mm-hmm. They've got a child care center, so if parents want to come in and work out, there's somewhere to put the kids. Right. Even teenagers, like I know I talked about bringing my teenage son in, and as long as they go through the safety class, they can work out in the gym. Right. And so it is a very safe environment, and it's like family from all ages all the way up. I know even my wife's aunt, I saw her in here yesterday, and I don't think she's ever been in a gym in her life. And she's over there using all the equipment. And I was like, Cynthia, how did you figure this out? And she was like, oh, one of the really nice trainers came over and took the time and showed me how to use these 10 pieces of equipment. So over the past 2 weeks, I've been going through these 10 stations every day. And it was like they took the time to show her. But again, it doesn't matter if you're a little kid or, working with kids or, a retiree or whatever. There is really something for everybody, and it does feel like a safe, comfortable place.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so everyone watching has some kind of battle that they've been fighting. Maybe it's weight. Maybe it's loneliness if they live alone. Maybe it's fear, grief, feeling stuck. Have you ever learned why so many people struggle to make that first step towards wellness?
The biggest step towards wellness is the battle of the mind. Mm-hmm. That is the number one step.
Do you think it's fear?
Fear or not having that support, not having the leadership in front of them, or embarrassment.
Yeah.
The shame, of not knowing how to do something and don't know how to ask.
And if they've never seen it modeled, maybe they've
Exactly.
never seen a healthy lifestyle mimicked
Right.
for them.
Right.
And so getting them in here early is letting them see what that looks like.
Yes, and that's why it's important that we have 2 camps that are going on now with summer camp, and I designed a wellness foundations program for youth from 10 to 12, and we want to catch them at that age, and we training them in my foundations more about the etiquettes of life, the moral values and standards, mannerism. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, putting our kids back in that place where they learn what respect is, teaching them about how to be self-sufficient, starting right now with the 10 to 12 age group, and the little ones model them as they look up to us. So we have a plan that we are working on keeping in place to keep structure and to bring our children back into that habit.
Okay. So I know before you shared a little bit of your journey, and we may not go into detail on that, but you're like this health and wellness guru now,
Yeah.
and you're the trusted guide at this point. But at one point, that wasn't you. What was the moment that you realized that it doesn't have to stay the way it was for you? You had the opportunity to become this, this wellness guide.
I was at a point where I didn't want to live anymore, truly. And like I said, I will not sugarcoat this interview. It means something to me that you would ask. And again, it's time. I was over 300 pounds, bedbound, couldn't walk, both arms in slings, and in my 30s.
Wow.
And it's like, there's just no more life for me to live. And I prayed and asked God to take me out of this world. I don't blame him for anything. Even at that point, I'd never go against him. And I remember it was so dark that night, sitting in the car, and I have no family here. My kids were small, it's just us. And I opened my eyes, and I was in my bedroom. And I have a sense of humor, and I opened my eyes, it was bright as day, and it's like, this can't be heaven. This is not what I dreamed. And I started laughing, but I felt the depression coming back over me, and I heard God's voice speak to me. And he said, if you think that I'm going to leave you, the one who would get up and go above and beyond and do anything that I ask of you, if you think that I'm going to leave you, you're wrong. And from there, I started moving, my fingers. I would get up, fall, but I kept going because I made a promise to God, no matter what happens to me, I would never turn back. And that goes into the lifestyle of, making a decision. I had a choice. And as I began to start moving my fingers, I started feeling different. I started seeing something different, and it began to circulate up my arm, and everything started loosening up. And I started going to the gym. It was a struggle at first. You're heavy, and having to be in this room right here, spin was the thing that got me down, but I never had any surgeries. I fought hard to move forward, started eating healthy, and with that's when I started getting certified for different certifications. That's when I got into the water aerobics, and somebody started seeing the good in me. Like, keep going. Somebody said something positive, and keep going. Don't stop. So defeating myself, even when I would stand on the scale, couldn't see the weight moving. It works its way from the inside to the outside.
Yeah.
And kept going. And now here I am, certified across the board and everything. So I went after everything that you can possibly need in having an active lifestyle. So when someone comes to me, I'm equipped. Sports nutritionist, Parkinson's specialist, spin instructor, level 3 aquatics instructor. I went on to the point of understanding when it comes to mental health, people hurt, and some don't know how to talk to them. Telling a person to calm down when they're feeling hopeless is the wrong thing to say. Meet them where they are. So in that, I went further to go into getting I'm a board certified Christian mental health coach.
Okay.
Knowing how, having things in place across the board from the wellness perspective. Fitness can't help me psychologically. I can look good in the mirror all day, but what do I feel on the inside? And that is what I want to resonate. I want to live by example. So coming from over 200 pounds, no surgeries. And when they walk through the door, sometimes they be trying to hide their donuts and, chips and stuff. I said, don't hide it now. But there's nothing wrong with enjoying those things. They're here for us to have fun when we have parties and stuff like that. But to have it every day, all day, what else does it do to the body? You think about cancer, for instance, it feeds off sugar.
Yeah.
So when people don't understand how, and they lack the knowledge of what this does in the body, they don't know how to take care of themselves. That's why we must educate and live by example.
Well, thank you for sharing your story. And I wasn't sure if you were going to bring that up,
Absolutely.
but I appreciate it, because I think the person watching this,
Right.
it shows them that really it doesn't matter where you're at. If you can come from where you were at,
Right.
and the background and now where you are today,
Yes.
if you can do it, you can do it.
Absolutely.
So, do you want to know everything there is to know about the South Carolina Lowcountry, whether it's Bluffton, Beaufort, Hilton Head Island, or Jasper County? Then subscribe below and tap that bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know every time I put out a new video. My name is David Simcox, host of this channel and a local real estate agent. I get calls and emails every day from people just like you looking to make their move here, and I absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 3 days, 3 months, or even 3 years, give me a call, send me an email, shoot me a text, or you can always book a Zoom call by going to lowcountrylifestylesteam.com. Now, let's jump right back into our interview with Gloria. What did that journey teach you about hope, and especially maybe people that feel they're too far gone, they can't come back?
My most positive and profound words for that is it really is never too late to start. It's never too late to start.
Okay, so what's a common myth that people believe about health and wellness?
I'm getting old, my body is not going to change.
I feel that way right now a little bit. I'm inching up. I'm like a year away from 50, and I've got it in my mind now, like I'm old or whatever. So I don't know. I need to get that out of my mind.
So let me ask you this. Is it when you hear the age, I'm 50, and the brain takes that information in and you feel old, or do you actually feel?
I don't feel old, but it's my brain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why that mental wellness and defeating those negative things that comes to our minds, that's a myth for me. It's like, if I believe I'm young, I take that into myself and I do the things that you look at. This is a great question. If you look at different countries where the eating healthy is, or you look at the arts of Tai Chi, look at those masters and those people who do those different arts and how they eat. They are in their 80s and 90s, and they can go do a split and just get right back up. The way they continue and consistently to speak positivity over their lives.
Okay.
And when I'm saying other cultures, if we were to do that, especially as a believer, this is biblical. Life and death in the power of the tongue. If I speak it, I become it. If I think it, eventually I'll act on it. So if I put the positive thoughts in my mind, and let me say this is not a walk in the park. That's why it has to be a lifestyle change. Yeah. You are going to war against yourself. The thoughts are going to come, and they are real. And being in a healthy environment helps to combat that. Put yourself around people who genuinely want to see you be successful in what you're doing. Don't be around those who just tell you what you want to hear. Challenge me. but lovingly.
Well, I knew that this was the right kind of environment. When I first came in here, I was walking by you and you were making some kind of juice over there at the bar, and you like offered me a taste of it. And I was like, I could just sense that, you were a good person, and
Thank
that,
you.
you had that loving heart. Like you went out of your way to like reach out to me and like, hey, do you want to try some juice?
Right.
So that was really cool. Okay, so imagine one of our viewers here, maybe they just moved to Hardeeville or the Lowcountry and they haven't exercised in years. They don't know anybody. They're nervous. They're just thinking about walking into the gym. What happens from the moment they walk in the YMCA doors here?
Peace. They're going to feel that warmth.
Okay.
It's going to be inviting. As soon as they hit that front desk, our staff is amazing here. And it's good morning. We give out love. So when they come in, we take them on a tour of the facility and show them and talk about the different things that we have to offer. And the one thing that I've created, again, and knowing that, is when they come in and they get to the wellness center, that could be intimidating. So we devised a program that gives every new member, 2 30-minute sessions, orientation
Okay.
in the gym with a free meal plan, and they have an opportunity to talk to me. It's open. You can ask questions, and I make them feel comfortable because of the demeanor we want in here, the warmth.
Okay. One thing that I've noticed in this YMCA, obviously it feels different. It doesn't feel intimidating. What have you guys done? And you talked a little bit about it, but like, what is the action plan to where you guys intentionally make each person feel that warmth? There's like a lot of checkpoints around here and different touch points and different people that like, how, like from lifeguards to front desk staff to cleaning people to everybody. I mean, there is a culture here.
Yes.
And how do you train that?
We train it by accepting each other as we are. We do not judge. We have our ups and downs, and where we may miscommunicate some because we're busy. But the one thing we don't do is belittle or tear down. And when you give all that within your own, you can present that. When we have our members, they are first. How do we want that person to feel? And it's a sacrifice of understanding the individual rather than putting and projecting yourself off on them. Stop, be quiet, and listen to what they have to say. Then you move from there. Communication is understanding.
Okay. All right, let's keep going here. I've just got a few more questions for you. I know you've given me a lot of time. I thank you so much for that.
Welcome.
So one of your greatest passions that you told me about was helping children. Why do you believe teaching healthy habits at a young age can literally change the course of somebody's life?
It gives them the opportunity to learn as they grow, because as they develop, the body changes. It does slow down the metabolism, but teaching them to have an active and healthy lifestyle and keeping them as children and giving them stages to go, it helps them to grow. Putting too much on a child sometimes, it can overwhelm the mind. So they learn how to do things at a pace, but still understand discipline and structure at the same time. One of the biggest things that I've heard and also probably live by is rewarding a child. Some things we need to pull back from. It goes back to, what is that myth? Yes, we can give them something. And I heard a parent say, child brought in a report card, they had all A's. And you're not going to say anything? Oh, that's good. I'm not going to why would I give you something that you should already be doing? That, at first I was like, wait, we should reward. But then I looked at it from a different angle. If we always given when they do something good, they really don't learn. That becomes an expectation.
Right. So if they think that making an A is something extraordinary instead of something that is doable on a consistent basis,
Yes.
then they're going to think that they're not capable of being an A student.
Exactly.
I never thought about that. That is really cool. It's like, listen, you are an A student.
Exactly.
Anything below that is below your potential.
Exactly.
So why am I rewarding you for just meeting your potential?
Exactly. And that's how we train them. We talk to them like how we're having this conversation right now with that age group, and we make them aware, because we live off bandwagon statements or myth. But if we go back and look at it from a different angle, it makes so much more sense. It's like, wow, yeah, this is actually going to help the future.
That's awesome. Okay, so if a parent or grandparent comes in here and they choose to become healthier themselves, how do you think that influences the younger generation below them, by that living by example?
They watch everything you do and they follow. I have my granddaughter, she's turning a year old, and when she sees me and we're eating, whatever I'm eating, I let her taste it. And maybe she doesn't like it at first, but Mama, if this is all you got, you gotta eat it. Just try it. But then how do you help her to eat something that they don't? You mix it in and let them see you mixing it at the table, and let them do it. Don't just do it for them. Start them at that early age, and they'll begin to follow that pattern of what you're doing. And that leads them to grow up to now being there as I age. That's my future.
So I know you've helped a lot of people over the years, and without naming any names or giving up any kind of confidentiality, are there any stories or maybe case studies that have stuck in your mind or really touched your heart over the years?
Yes.
And obviously don't give away anything.
Oh, absolutely not. No, it's just the statistics of what we see as far as the medical, the different things that the youth are fighting, like the violence, just the suicides of a 9-year-old child. That's heartbreaking for me. And again, I know it's tough to just sit here and talk about it, but these are the things that a lot of the world don't see, especially in areas like what we live in. It's just not as common. So how can I be more of a positive person and speak on this level to let parents know, just because your child is young, don't think they may not be thinking certain thoughts, because it starts very early and younger parents may not understand the signs.
Yeah.
But how do you put yourself around people who are educated or have been through those struggles to talk to you, or to create a platform for people, again, who may be thinking or feeling that even about their child, but don't want to, because how could a baby at this age think like that? It happens. It happens. It's facts.
So have you seen some great transformations over the years?
Oh, my goodness, yes. I have seen one of my biggest in the community of geriatrics.
Yeah.
I have seen people come back from not being able to walk with certain exercises, because I wrote a Parkinson's program.
Okay.
And they, in their third level, it starts to dissipate them by walking and their balance and falls. So doing that, showing them how to do fall prevention, or walking without a walker, rehabilitating their muscles.
That's awesome.
Oh, that is my payoff. My Parkinson's, those are my babies. I love them to pieces. You talked about wanting to see a transformation, and the payoff when they smile at you and they get up and go and get up, learning how to get back up out of a chair and stand up and hold their balance, because we have the education of what the illness does to the body and the brain.
Yeah.
That, for me, every time, it's just a winner.
That's so cool. Okay, so a couple more. Let's imagine somebody is watching this tonight and they're carrying some extra weight. Maybe they're a little lonely after retirement. Maybe they recently moved here. They don't know a single person. And what would you say directly to that person
I would say to that person, number one, that is exactly how you feel. Don't try to talk yourself out of it. Like, meaning we war in between. Oh, I shouldn't feel like this. That's a real feeling. But when you're honest with yourself about how you feel, that's when the relief comes, because that's acceptance. Once you accept that, start to understand and write down what would make me move forward. What are the tools that I need? Write it down. What is the simplest one that you can start with first? If you're here, you have the YMCA. You have me. This is a open door. This is a space for safe ways to be able to talk. Again, as a board certified mental health coach and also a motivational speaker, I understand what it's like to feel alone. Even when you're in a room full of people, you still feel alone. Is there a place that you can find that you can just go and take a walk and mellow out the mind? Don't go through it alone. There is help. And you don't have to be ashamed. No more shame. It's time to get rid of the stigma. This is real, and we're losing people because we don't step up and talk about these things. Behind the scenes, yeah, but everybody can't go behind the scenes because they're the person that's suffering. But we need to put it on the platform.
Okay, so let's fast forward 5 years into the future. If the James Fischer Memorial YMCA succeeds beyond your wildest dreams, what kind of impact do you think you've had, or not just on individual lives, but on the entire community? Like, what does success look like 5 years fast forward?
Success for me, for Fisher, would be James Fischer YMCA, being the Y of Ys across the board, worldwide. That is my hope for this YMCA. I would like to see it stand out and be that umbrella, under the umbrella of that branch of, when you walk in Fisher, it's not your regular style of YMCA. There's a wellness component up in there that people actually live what they say. They work out. And to be able to open that up to everyone, having it to be a safe haven for wellness and helping people heal.
Okay, last question, closing question. If one person watches this interview, decides to walk through those front doors, and their life changes because of it, what would you hope their story looks like a year from now? What's the change they could expect in a year's time frame?
A year's time frame, number one, they would have the confidence and the motivation to pursue and help others.
Okay.
Because walking through that door changed their life. Now they can change somebody else's.
So you have to pass it on.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I know this wasn't just about the YMCA.
Yes.
This was really, I just had to hear more of your story, and I wanted you to share your story with the person watching this, because it touched me a lot when we talked about it. So thank you for being vulnerable and for sharing that. And I hope you do come in and try this YMCA here in Jasper County. It's absolutely amazing. And if you do, you have to say hi to Gloria. Thank you so much for watching the video today. I hope you enjoyed meeting Gloria. I hope you enjoyed learning about this new YMCA here in Jasper County. And of course, if I can help you find your own Lowcountry lifestyle, give me a call, send me an email, shoot me a text, or you can always book a Zoom call by going to lowcountrylifestylesteam.com. I hope to meet you in person at some point, but if not, I will at least see you on the next video.